What's going on, YouTube? We're back. Let's go do this. We're about to do a high taper. We're gonna enhance the cut as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you're new, subscribe, smash that like button, and ring that bell notification. You can comment down as well for more content. First thing we want to do is brush down the hair so that we can get that even cut. And now we're going with our Evo Gamma, our trimmer, to ball down our first guideline. So we're doing it as a rainbow shape so that we can have a unique taper. Now we're going with our Ergo's clipper, no guard open, about 3/4 of an inch. Following that same shape, then we go halfway. Make sure you flick out, use your corners, and then we go 0 close or no guard close, just to knock out that first ball line. After that, now we're going with our number 1 open. Same thing, just to be consistent, 3/4 of an inch open, and make sure you flick out. We're not trying to do a harsh line, because if we do, it's going to be difficult to take out later on. Make sure you use your corners. Then we close it up just to soften up that bottom line that we just created now. Right there, I'm trying to move the clipper in different directions. Since it's a coarse hair, the hair tends to go in different direction. That's why it's always good to brush down the hair when it comes to coarse hair. Not only on coarse hair, but any other hair, you can do it. And now we went with our half guard, halfway open on that bottom line, flick to the line, and then close it up. The only reason I do it this way is just to give myself a limit to know where I gotta go and not push myself to the limit and push that taper higher. So now we're going with our number 2 open. As you guys saw, I'm trying to scoop out as much as I can, not trying to dig in as much as well, since the person didn't want it, or the client didn't want it to cut the top. So we try to do our best to prevent of cutting the top as much as we can. As you guys can see, I'm using a lot of my corners just to prevent of doing those mistakes. Now we're going with our 1.5 open, using our corners just to blend that top from that number 2 and that number 1 open. Then we close it up. After that, it's just a matter of detailing. Going back with your number 1 open, close, and just detail the whole entire thing. Just make sure you don't over detail it. If not, you can bring that taper higher, and then sooner or later you're gonna get stressed out and you don't want that going on. But as you can see, that taper is coming along. Now I did it this way, so just to soften up that, or debulk it just a little bit more and get it more detailed. That's the only reason why I went with the grain with my number 1 open and close, and I did the same thing with my half guard, just to double check that everything is even and be consistent as possible. But as you guys can see, that taper is coming along. So now going to the back, we're doing the same procedures, brushing down the hair. Going with our trimmer for his ball line. Since we got so much room to work on, we're gonna stretch that blend as much as we can so that we can get that blurry effect in the back. Now we're going with our no guard open, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Just make sure you pass that clipper a couple times. Then we go halfway. Make sure you flick out on that bottom line. And then we close it up. And it should knock out that bottom line. Make sure you use your corner and flick out. The only reason I do it this way is because I can concentrate on one panel than going crazy and mess up everything and not be consistent. So now we're going with our number 1 open, going about 3/4 to an inch, just to stretch it as much as you can so that we can create that blurry effect. Make sure you brush down the hair as much as you can so that we can get that even cut. Now we close it up just to soften up that bottom line. We're not trying to go to that top line. That's our limit. Then we're going with our half guard halfway open. Make sure you flick out to the line, and then we close it up, and that should knock it out. If it doesn't, no guard open and flick out. Really hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you're new, please subscribe, smash that like button, and ring that bell notification. If you guys need any other video, any other content, please comment down below. I got you guys. Now we're going with our 1.5 guard open. As you guys can see, the way I'm scooping out, doing the same procedures, about 3/4 of an inch. Same time, I'm not trying to touch the top as much as I can. That's why I'm trying to scoop out as much, not trying to dig in. If you dig in, you're gonna create that taper to go higher, and you don't want that. How we're detailing it, our number 1 open, try to flick out, trying to soften it out as much as we can, blend it out. And as you guys can see, it's coming along. But you guys can see right now that right side with the top here got a little bit too much of bulk, so I went with my number 2 open just to double check everything, trying to soften out everything, blend it out and scoop out. As you guys can see, trying to double check my work as much as I can. And then we're gonna go free-handed with the top here, trying to blend it out, and at the same time trying to avoid the curly hair on top, because later on we're gonna sponge it out. Even though I didn't show it on the video, but I did sponge it out later on the video at the end. See right there, so you guys can see I'm trying to float it out, scoop it out. When it comes to freehand, always make sure you take your time, because if you hurry too much, the shape can just go away and then you mess it up, and you don't want that going on. Same step we did on the side and back, we're doing it on the other side. So I'm gonna speed up the process. always remember, being consistent is always key. So always follow your guideline as the same way you do any other step. So let's say if I went, like I said earlier, my 3/4 of an inch, we're doing it the same procedure on all of our steps, so that way you can get that consistent and blurry effect that we're looking for. Stay tuned, you guys. I'm working on another video for this week. It's another fade, but it's a client, it's my brother-in-law. He wanted to be on the video. It was funny. As soon as he heard that I was doing a YouTube video and created my own account, he went crazy and he wanted to be on the video. So I made it happen for him. So really hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a fade and straight hair as well. It's a little bit difficult to cut because when it comes to blonde hair, you cannot see what you're doing, but I made it happen for you guys. So really hope you guys enjoy my videos. I'm trying to learn as much as I can, as much as I go along. So hopefully I can make it happen. Now we're about to use our spritz or hairspray. That's to lock everything in. So when it comes to that front line, always start to your middle, to your one side, and middle to your other side. Always keep in mind, keep everything as natural as you can, but sharp at the same time. Do not try to start it at the one corner to your middle, one corner to your middle, because if not, it's going to come out crooked, and you don't want that going on to your client. As for the back part, I use my full blade on the back behind the ear, and as soon as we go on top of the ear, I use my corner of my blade or my trimmer, and I use my wrist just to create that rounded shape. Right now we're about to enhance the haircut. Kiss Express with alcohol, 1:1 diluted. Just make sure you don't put a lot, just make it as natural as you can. Just a reminder, it's always just to enhance the haircut. It's not a permanent thing. It's for that way they look better for those days until it goes away and the lineup grows back. Now we're about to do the straight razor in a 45-degree angle and stretch the skin. so that way you don't cause skin irritation to your client. But as you guys can see, that taper is coming along. So if you guys like the video, smash that like button, ring that bell notification. Like I said, really soon I'm gonna be posting more videos. I'm gonna try to see if I can be more consistent on those things for you guys to watch. As for the back part, I had a friend of mine, another colleague, and I saw he was struggling when it comes to that straight razor behind the ear. I'm gonna show you guys a little trick that I learned throughout my 7 years of cutting hair. So I will show it to you guys on the other side. And you guys can see that taper's coming along. It's blurry. So here's the part that I was telling you guys. So I use my index finger and my middle finger just to stretch the skin, and the one to pull the ear away, so that way I don't cut my client. So a little trick that I learned is something to get used to, but you guys can handle it. Later on, it's just a matter of practicing. YouTube, this is the cut. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Smash that like button, please subscribe, ring that bell notification, help me out to get up there. This is something new I wanted to try, and I'm trying it out for you guys, so I really hope you guys enjoy. So comment down below for any other content, and enjoy.